Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume this complete beginner's guide to Kenshi with a little bit of an extension on what I did in my How to Start guide. And I want to just kind of show you some idea of what you might want to be doing next as you gather copper and work out here to raise your skills. So you can see our tutorial guy here is working on this copper node right where we left him off. We've got 3 in the backpack, and I thought it would be fun to just mention some things that I didn't in the previous guide and kind of help further articulate some points of the game. Now, we made it a big priority to get ourselves this wooden backpack so we could stack up items in here and have a lot of inventory space. And while that's fantastic, something interesting about Kenshi is that you start as like almost a blank slate, basically, with this kind of beginning that we've given ourselves, and everything is raised through doing. And so, for example, our strength attribute, if you mouse over this, you push C to open the character panel, you open up your character screen, and you mouse over strength, it tells you that your strength affects how much you can carry, your attack speed with heavy weapons, your martial arts damage, chance to break free, and all of these important attributes about just being strong so you can carry heavier armor and equipment and stuff like that. And you wonder, okay, well, how do I raise that? Well, I'm at 77% on getting this attribute to the next level. You can see the progress bar in the bottom panel of this window. But in the lower left, where it says ways to train of this window, it says you can train strength by carrying people or overloading your inventory or by using a heavy weapon. And the reason I'm showing you that is, interestingly, if we didn't have a backpack and we were just carrying around all of this copper that we're getting, then you would notice basically that we would start raising our strength even more because it would be heavier. So the harder the task, the more we're raising our strength in that category. So it's like there's even a benefit to not having a backpack, which is raising your strength. Now, another way that you can raise your strength is just to carry around dead bodies and stuff like that, that the guards kill or whatever, to just have a heavy load and carry things. So I thought that'd be worth pointing out. Just if you're ever wondering, how do I raise something, the game tells you. You can mouse over it, or you can ask on the Discord or look on the wiki, but there's very, very good in-game information about this kind of stuff. Now, I'm going to open up my inventory. You can see we have 4 pieces of copper here in our backpack. We have a bunch of heavy armor, so this is actually helping us train our strength, just because we're wearing this, like, ridiculously heavy equipment that we got from, donated by kind individuals. And you can see here that we have 864 caps, okay? Cats, rather. And we want to get more cats, and we are going to do that by selling stuff. So I'm going to speed up the game a little bit. I'm going to even speed it up further. Push F4 to just go max speed. I'm going to zoom out, and remember, what we're doing here is we are simply trying to keep ourselves with the eyeball being blue so that we know nobody can see us while we're kind of sneaking over here and mining this node. Now I'm going to click on the node, open our inventory. I'm going to right-click on this, all right? And now we have 5 pieces of copper, which we could sell for around 180, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and get 7 pieces. I'm just making that number up right now, and go back to the town. I'm going to sell all our stuff, and I'm going to talk about the next piece of information I want to give you, which is, okay, I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to open my inventory, and I'm just going to shift right-click on the copper to put it in my backpack on the stack. And we're going to try to get a companion. At first, when I booted up Kenshi, I really thought that it was, kind of like Fallout, just a single player, post-apocalyptic RPG. But the more I play, the more I realize that it's almost, in many ways, first of all, it's just wide open sandbox. There are some people who come into my stream who love playing the game just with one character, and you can do really whatever you want. But most people, I think, play and you get a whole bunch of people. You get actually a colony. It becomes more like, RimWorld Dwarf Fortress colony management to a degree. You don't have like 200 dwarves, but you have a bunch of people. You start to build, perhaps a little settlement for yourself, and you have people doing all sorts of different tasks. So getting a group together is actually a huge part of the game, and I want to explain how to do that. We're not going to be getting a massive group together, but you can see just the benefits of, imagine if I was out here mining, and instead of just me, I had 2 people. So we were getting twice the amount of money, and we had twice the amount of defense against attackers and stuff like that. So in that spirit, I'm going to stop mining, and I'm going to tell my character to just move over here. And I'm going to kind of zoom out, and I'm going to just tell my character to kind of try to go over here. And let's go ahead and open up our character panel, and you could see 82% our strength is raising. We do have a backpack, but the reason this character is raising strength is, first of all, the backpack doesn't completely mitigate how heavy things are, and also, we're just wearing this ridiculously, like this spiked helmet, this heart protector, and these samurai boots, and this armored rag skirt. This stuff is heavy. You can see that our total weight is at heavy, so we're just boosting our strength because our armor is heavier than it really needs to be. And we're running back, and people see us, but the eye has turned red. You can see people see us, but it's the guards for the town. So that is totally fine. I'm going to actually stop sneaking and just full-on sprint to move faster. We don't care about sneaking at this point. And they're doing a smuggling check on going into the city, which is very proactive, but just never question these guards. I mean, I don't do it. I'm just like, fine, no problem, okay? And I say, you never want to try to bribe these guards. The checks do not go in for that, and you just say, show them your gear, and you have nothing to hide, so you're totally cool. And let's go over here. And I'm just going to kind of go inside, and I want to go into this shop, and I'm going to talk to the shopkeeper, and I'm going to say, hello, show me what you got, and we're going to start selling stuff. So I'm going to just kind of pause the game. Remember, I always like to pause the game when I'm in the shop because I don't want the time. You can see it's like 7 p.m. He's going to close up, and if you're fiddling around with stuff after he closes, he might interpret that as you trying to pickpocket him, and then you get killed. So that's not what we're going for. I'm just going to drag this over to his inventory. Let's see. I have 864 cats, and then if I put that there, I go up to 1,000. Okay, and that's just for one. So I'm going to actually shift right-click from my bag to him, and we go up to 2,000 cats. That's all I want to sell, and I'm not going to buy anything from him. I'm good. We do need to buy some more food. So I'm good to go on that, and I say thank you so much. And we're just going to kind of go back to, I'm going to go double speed. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to go all the way. Here's one bar, okay? But I'm going to kind of move to this side of town. And you see this hotel? I'm just going to kind of go over here. I'm going to unpause the game, and I'm going to let my character run all the way over here. And you can see my character eventually burning rubber. And even now, you can see that our strength has leveled up to 2, and it's still going up. You can just watch it in real time, move up. It's moving up slightly less because our weight has gone down to moderate because we sold all that copper, but it's still going up because of the heavy armor, so good to see. And I'm going to go over to this hotel structure. Remember, we are here on the map in Squin, okay? And chilling in the Shek protected town of Squin. And now when you go in here, you'll see all sorts of folk, okay? And what we want to do is just, you can hold Alt to see what you want to take, but we don't want to steal anything here. We instead want to start talking to people. And what you want to do is kind of talk to these randos who are just around the bar and see if anybody wants to join you, all right? And they'll make it quite plain if they do, okay? So I'm going to go, for example, and just talk to, this person sitting down right here. Now, if they won't talk to you and you mouse over them, there's not even a dialogue box that opens up. But I'm going to go over here, and this person's name is Oran. Flatskin. How about earning yourself the loyalty of a Shek warrior? And you say, go on. I need to be freed. 3,500 cats to free me from my lord. Let me fight for you, outsider, as a mighty warrior once again. Peasant life is killing my soul. I need battle. So basically, this person is in some kind of indentured servitude or slavery situation, which is, unbelievably horrible. And for 3,500 cats, we can rescue them, but we don't have the cash right now. So I'm just going to tell them I don't have the money. And then I'm going to talk to this person, and this is Stin, and they actually are a vendor, and they... Oh, great. They have dried meat, so I do want some dried meat. How much for, like, all of your dried meat? Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to buy... I'm just going to shift right-click and buy all of the guys' dried meat, because I love dried meat, and we go down to 1,400 money. And I'm going to close this out, and we... Pleasure doing business with you. And let's just go talk to some other people. Scouting for recruits, says Meow. Okay, so first of all, this Shek's name is Meow, which is sensational. And people will say things to you like scouting for recruits. And remember, when I say people, I mean any kind of humanoid. And you say, that's right. And convenient. My price is 3,000 cats. I don't have that much money. Okay, so... What you learn right away from this interaction is that if we're going to try to get somebody, it's going to be about 3,000 cats. So this Meow will join for 3,000, or we could free this person for 3,500. Now, I'm going to continue going around talking to different people. Hot Longs, let's just say we need somebody and they say 3,000. When they ask you for 3,000, these people are effectively generic. They're going to start at level 1, which, means you can shape them into whatever you want. But that's like the baseline. So 3,000 cats for a level 1, no experience person with not great equipment. And you say, don't have that much money. And I'm just going to kind of keep looking around and talking to who I can. And this is Rain the Giant, you a warrior. And I can just say, I know how to handle myself. A tolerable answer. Need an extra blade? Rain the Giant, pure Shek warrior, 7,500 cats. Are you in? And so this person is really strong, and you could say, got any skills? And you won't find better. And I say, I don't have that much. Can you give me a discount? And he says, to be paid any less is an insult. I won't do it. So you're like, all right, fine. So that guy will start and will be stronger, but we don't have the money. And over here is Kang, and, looking for protection. And I say, maybe, got any skills? I'm a Shek warrior. Do you need to ask? And how much you charging? 6,000. I don't have the money. So you can see you can get new people that are level 1 for 3,000, or you can do a little better if you want to pay a ton. But either way, the long story short is that we don't have the cash. And we're going to need to mine some more copper, but that's okay. So I'm going to run over here. I'm going to push F4 to speed it up all the way. And you'll see eventually tutorial dude just running at full speed here. The other thing I want to show you that we didn't talk about is purchasing a permanent place to stay. So in this game, you actually don't really need to sleep unless you're trying to get rid of massive injuries and heal up faster. But you can get away with just eating food. And remember, food is eaten automatically when your character is hungry if it's in your backpack. But if you want a base of operations where you can do more, where you can sleep, recover, have a workbench to start researching new things, you need to buy some property. Now, you can either buy property or build your own settlement outside of town, but I recommend building a settlement, purchasing an existing building in town, and repairing it. So in my Let's Play, I bought this building right here. And if you left-click on this dilapidated building, in the lower left, you can see it says open to the public, and it's for sale for 7,200 cats. So if we get 7,200 cats, we can purchase this building, okay? And once you buy it, you can then use building materials to repair it. And when it gets repaired, it will change visually and, look more completed, not like it's collapsed and caved in. And then from within that building, you can build structures that, like in the build menu, you can go to buildings and you can go into technology and build yourself a research bench, for example, which is phenomenal, so that you can, if I push T and open up the research panel, you can start actually researching better buildings that will help you out. Better structures, better things, storage chests, all kinds of awesome stuff. And this is when, in my opinion, Kenshi really starts to shine and open up, right? Like at first you're just struggling, trying to survive, mining a little bit. But then you're going to start actually having a house, a base of operations. You're going to get more people. You're going to start building and decorating your base, upgrading, researching technology, farming, doing all kinds of amazing stuff as things evolve and get more sophisticated. But for now, that's kind of pie in the sky. What we need to do is go back to our spot right over here and keep mining to sell stuff to make money. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is try to get enough money to buy ourselves a buddy. So I'm going to right click over here. I'm going to click on sneak, and I'm just going to unpause the game. Actually, I'm going to not sneak until I'm outside. Okay, and you can see that we are detected by the guards. Now they can no longer see us. And we're sneaking along. And of course, it might be a good idea to just save the game and say, just get a save file going. So if anything happens, you can kind of pretend it didn't. And then once we're out here, I'm just going to right click and start mining again. I'm going to left click on the resource node and open up my backpack if I want, but I'm going to close the inventory screen right now. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm just going to watch my progress from the road here, make sure that we aren't consumed by enemies for the time being. Just keep that eye blue, all right, as you work on raising up your skill. As you get better at mining, this will go faster and faster, and obviously, once we get the money, we can do this faster because we'll have another person out here working with us. But again, right now, we're just trying to make some cash. Now, I spent a bunch of cash on meat, but you really can't go wrong with this dried meat. It does not spoil or anything like that. It's the cheapest and most efficient way. You see, I just actually ate a piece of meat. It stacks to 9, so having food is great. And if you get more people, you have to feed them too. So you're going to need a lot of food for that. And Shek eat more than other races, or I'm sorry, species, I suppose I should say, because they're just bigger and hardier. But as long as you're just buying dried meat and keep a supply of that, it's not really like cost prohibitive or something. I'm going to just shift right click that stack, put it in our bag. So if we need 3,000, that means that if we're getting around, 177 per unit, all right, we're going to need at least 10 pieces of copper to go trade and get enough money. You have the choice of going for a regular person or freeing the person from slavery for 3,500, or doing all of it. You can buy all of them. Just a pro tip, there is, as far as I understand it, there's no maximum on the amount of players or companions that you can recruit for your team until your computer starts to explode from smoking because you have too many. So you can recruit as many as you like. All right, and we're already up to 4. We're mining as fast as we can. We're safe. And I'm going to just left click on this to watch my progress here. By the way, you can always push C and just open up. You can see our laboring skill. You can just watch it go. And this is increasing the rate at which we mine. So, the higher this is, the better it goes. You kind of have to mouse back over it, but you can see we're at 0.66%. Efficiency right now, mining, or boost that we get with our skill to mining. And if I raise this up to 18, you can believe that we'll go to 0.67. So we can watch this and just watch it fill up as we mine. And then you can see we're at 0.67 or 66 right now. And then if I mouse back down and over, oh, I lied. It did not raise. I thought it would raise when I raised it 1. We'll see what the threshold is to get that 1/10 of a point up on mining. Maybe it's every other mining point where it raises. Nope, here it went. About 1/3 of the way into it. There you go. You see we got 0.67, so it's not exactly at 1 point. There's a more complicated calculation going on. But anyway, we're just going to shift right-click all this, and we're almost up to enough stuff. Wolf Den 8 has been wiped out, okay? So hopefully that was just a group of bandits that the computer annihilated, and we can be, pretty pleased about that. Okay. Here comes the copper. Remember, you can also look at your strength. You can see we're almost up to actually raising our strength again. Now, if you want to raise toughness, okay, toughness is one that's a little bit diabolical to raise because just like I was saying, well, you don't want a backpack to raise strength because you want to carry around heavy stuff. Toughness actually raises by getting hit. So, you can raise this by taking damage, all right? Dexterity, if you shoot things, and perception, also with ranged weapons, are the ways to do that. But I'm going to click on this, and there's 10, all right? So we could imagine that 10 is enough, but let's just double check. Let's just make sure, all right, that let's go in with 11. And let's see how much money we get for this, okay? So I'm going to stop mining. Remember, it keeps your progress. And I'm just going to right-click inside the shop. And we're going to be running. And I'm still sneaking as we book it over the edge here. And as soon as these guards see us, I'm going to stop sneaking so I go a little faster. And you can see again that our strength is raising up. And this guy wants to see our gear. We'll show it to him. And our strength just raises up. So, Kenshi's one of those funny games where, like, if you want, you could just run back and forth. You could run in circles to just raise your strength up if you wanted to do that. So that's certainly well within your rights. And a good way to raise your toughness, okay, is to kind of lure any bandits or anybody who's giving you trouble back to the guards and maybe let them take a swing at you. Starving people, starving peasants and stuff like that are great. If they're barehanded, you can take a hit from them maybe and raise up your toughness that way. But also you can raise your weapon skill by just kind of getting in on a fight that these guards are already engaged in with minimizing threat to yourself and just taking a few swings at them. All right, and we're going to go here, and I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to like, hello, and yes, I am looking for a trade, and I'm going to just kind of sell you all of my stuff, and you can see, indeed, it was plenty of money. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to just go to number one speed. We have 3390 right now. And what I'm going to do is go into the hotel, okay? Right over here. Just going to right click on this, and I'm going to push F4 to go to full speed. And I'm going to buy one of the 3000s. I do want to free the person from slavery, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to buy the cheapest person first because I'm low on money. Like, we'll get into the business of saving the world and helping people out once we have a little bit more money. So we're going to go up to Meow, and Meow says we're scouting for recruits, and we say that's right. And once we have enough money, you can say, sounds fair, you're hired. And boom, you go to a screen right here where you can like fully customize the person that you're recruiting. And I'm not going to touch anything with Meow. I'm fine with it. But you can go here and just kind of look at the fact that, you know, as a Shek, she gets bonus toughness, attack, and strength, and is, you know, bad at all these other things, and she has 125 hit points. You could change her name, stuff like that, her physical appearance. We're going to say confirm. And now you could see, I'm going to pause the game. We just got ourselves a squad mate, another person in our group, and their portrait goes here. And you can switch between the two of you by using 1 and 2, the number on the number pad. I'm sorry, on your number keys on the top of your keyboard. So I could switch to Meow, and I could see Meow's situation right here. And it'll tell you in the nameplate here who you have selected, right? And so you can see Meow has an attack of 5 and a defense of -3, and I have an attack of -8 and a defense of 2. So, you know, she's a lot better. You can go into inventory and see what she's got. She starts with this katana and a pair of pants, okay? And that's great. So now we have 2 people, all right? And all you have to do is move. All right, let's see here. Squad, all right? And you can rename your squad. And so I'm just going to call this Tutorial Squad, which is our group. Okay? And this allows you to kind of, once you get a whole bunch of people, to make different subgroups, all right, if you want, and put them in, you know, so you can kind of like keep people maybe at your base and have people go out raiding and people doing different activities if you want. But right now, we're just all in one little group right here. And what we're going to do is just close this, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to give her a job, okay? And we're going to just give her the shift medic job, all right? So that she will always be doing medic activity, all right? And from here, what we want to do is we're going to change the speed to this icon so that what this means is everybody in our group is going to move at the same speed. I'm going to select Tutorial Dude, all right, by pushing 1, and then what you want to do is you want to actually push the tilde key, all right, and that allows you to select everybody in your group, all right. So I'm going to right click over here, and you see that both of us are going to start moving, okay, and I'm going to speed it up all the way, and we're going to run this way, and now we have 2 people in our group. So with these 2 people, what we're going to do is go ahead and move over here. We're going to sneak, and we're going to just right-click over here. And you can see that we're both going to go and start mining. Now, Meow has nothing. Meow has, like, no equipment, okay? Except for her sword and a pair of pants. She doesn't have a backpack. She will eat the food that we have out of our backpack. So you can see we have 9 dried meat, and she can eat right out of there. So you're good on feeding her. Her health is all straight. And now we're just going to go to this rock, and I'm going to select both people, and I'm just going to right click and have them start mining. Okay. Now you can see that now when I go to mining, you can see our efficiency has jumped up from 40% to 80% because we have 2 people working on this. So we've doubled our efficiency. So this rate at which we get copper is going twice as fast. So now we are in a position where we can just let them go ahead and mine. If I open up my inventory, by the way, whoever's inventory you have selected, right now we have Meow. I can just left click on Tutorial Dude to get his inventory open, and then you can left click on this, and then if you shift right click, it's going to go into his backpack. But you can also give stuff to Meow if you want. But for now, we want it in his backpack. You could just drag this and give it to Meow, so that if I look at Meow, you can like fill her up so that she's training her strength while you move if you want her to carry heavy stuff or whatever. But this is now a situation where we're just doubling our money. We're getting double the cash. You can turn people to passive so they won't retaliate if you want. That's fine. I'm not going to do that at the moment. Okay. And we've got this. I'm just going to... now, I'm going to open up our inventory, and I'm actually going to open up Meow's inventory. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to just put all these in here. Now we're increasing her weight. I'm going to zoom out, make sure that we're not going to get attacked. But we have 390 cats. If I open up my dude's inventory, you could see somebody already ate something. But this is how we're going to just chill and make cash. We're going to hide over here. We're sneaking. Now we have 2 people to mine. Now, you'll notice that this resource node, it says workers 2 out of 2, and it says this machine is fully staffed. So even if we got a third party member, they actually couldn't help us mine here because it's maxed at 2. All right, I'm going to put these, give these to Meow, and just kind of fill up her bag so that she's going to train strength. So right now, 2 is all we need. But what you can do is find another resource node, okay? You can, you know, open up the prospecting screen and see where another, you know, bit of copper is. And there's the one right here, but it looks like there's also another copper node if we move. There is one right over here as well. So let's try to find that one. I'm going to pause the game while I look for that copper node that they appear to have located. And where is that thing? Let me go back to prospecting. I know you found it. All right, it's going to be right here somewhere. So you need to mouse around until you see the icon appear for mining. But boy, it might be hidden in these plants, but I'm not seeing it right now. So you're going to want to find a different copper node to mine from to make some cash. So let's see, is there anything else around here? Not here, so we'd have to walk around and try to find one. Now, Meow has stopped doing that because she was prospecting. I need to get her to mine again. And we're going to go to this node, and we've already got 4 here. So I'm going to have her pick up as much as she can. She can't carry anything else. And so we're going to go to his inventory and just have him start putting that in his backpack. So at this point, we're making good cash. We're just going to unpause it and have everybody mine. You can see nobody's eaten anymore. What we could do is make money, but instead of hiring a third person right now, what I want to do is make enough money to buy a house for us to stay in so we can start researching. And then I might put that third person on the job of doing research while we mine out here and make money. Then we can start expanding our forces even further, having multiple mining operations. You can see over here, there's a resource node. You can see that when I left click on, or just mouse over this, the mining pick icon appears to show us that that's there. Now, there's some activity here. There's something fighting. There was some damage numbers. These animals appear to be in a little bit of a fricassee with each other, and we're just going to kind of let that happen. They're not coming after us. Left click on this. Go ahead and put this away. And we're saving up for 7,200 cats to buy that house. So now you can see the next step of the game, which is starting to recruit group members, okay? And then starting to buy property and filling out your ranks. How to control your group, how to keep them together, how to make sure the movement speed is set so that you're all walking as a group together, how to select the whole group, how to get a double mining operation going. And let me go here and just pick up all this stuff. You can see that I'm at a heavy load. She's fully loaded. Uh-oh, wait. People see us. Okay, what is it? Let's look. Let's look. Where is it? Where is it? It's down here. And let's kind of follow the arrows. Something sees us over here. Hopefully it's just animals, but what you want to do when anything sees you is just push the tilde, select everyone, and just run back. And now nothing sees us. So whatever that was, it's gone. Okay? Oh, wait, now something is about to see us. Something wants to see us. You just kind of look around, and what is it? What is it sees us? Look at the arrows on your people. Where is it? It is behind us, this way. And it is this. Okay? So what we have here is this that sees us. These herbivore garus. So these dudes are not going to mess with us. They're just animals. So we can go back then and just mine and be okay. They eat plants. They're not going to cause us any kind of grief. So we can keep mining and making cash. And so what you want to do now is just keep up with the mining, go sell stuff, make sure your food is topped off, buy some property. You don't have to buy that building. There are other buildings in town you can buy, but I really recommend that you buy in the town because you will be protected somewhat inside the town and very well in a Shek town. And that allows you to kind of have some insulation until you're strong enough to maybe go build your own outpost in the wilds. You can get more people, start taking on more and more recruits, and sky's the limit. Remember, this game is kind of like do what you want, but I feel like it is worth explaining how to recruit party members and start buying property. Everyone, I hope you found this next installment of the kind of introduction to Kenshi series to be helpful. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. The first guide just got you started and got you the controls, and now what I wanted to do is just show you a good logical progression from mining to getting a new party member and thinking about becoming a wealthy private homeowner. Everyone, thanks for watching. Take care.